Welcome to Siwing Yi to another video, and today I'm going to talk about what Redfin has just produced today, which is Monday, 31st of October. As you can see, the date here, right here, published today, 31 October. All right, and the title is Home Buyers Are Looking to Move to Sacramento, Miami, and Other Relatively Affordable Places as High Rates Inflation cut into budgets. Before I begin, just want to share with you, I kind of knew this. I knew about the migration patterns because over the past 20 years, I have guided many of our real estate investors from a different part of the country, but mainly in California, where I live in San Francisco Bay Area. Many of our real estate investors located in California, they want to buy affordable rental properties. So I have guided them to many different metros throughout the country for the past 20 years. So, yep, and we are continuing to do so, obviously. So this kind of data are no surprise to myself. However, some of you may be surprised, but here it is. And just Redfin just validates everything what we've been doing. So you buy rental properties in the most affordable markets because those lower price entry level homes create the best cash flow, especially single family homes. So that's what I do in my profession for the past 20 something years as real estate investors. But as potentially you guys hearing from my videos as well, I also talk about what areas in the country that are also make sense for primary home buyers as well, owner occupied buyers. So either way, so hopefully this video will resonate to many of you. So let's continue. Surging mortgage rates and persistently high home prices are motivating many of the buyers who remain in a market to relocate to more affordable areas. But migration may be slow as the economy continues to soften. Yeah, there's a slight pullback. Nearly one quarter, 24.2% of home buyers nationwide look to move to a different metro area. And the percentages has been increasing, especially during the pandemic, right? As remote working is really is the primary driver. So it's a game changer, needless to say. So affordability is a priority for home buyers as mortgage rates surpass 7%. Yes, that's what's happening right now. And furthermore, with those high interest rates, mortgage rates, along with the high inflation and still very high home prices, are discouraging many prospective home buyers from moving. But still, many are still intend to move. So the uptick in remote work, more than 1/3 of American job holders can work from home full time. So this means they can live anywhere they want. So if the whole US map is really is up for grabs. So many locations spreading out from high cost areas to affordable areas. That is clear-cut migration, in my opinion, for years and decades to come. So deal with it. So again, whether you're potential primary home buyers, you want to retire somewhere, you want to buy a vacation home, second home, or you want to buy a home to live, if you're a young millennial, and finally, if you are a real estate investor, if you want cash flow investment properties, the best area to buy is low affordability entry level homes with very good rent to value ratio, 0.07%. 0.07% multiplied by the purchase price equals the gross rent. That is the first blueprint metric you need to analyze as a real estate investor. I digress just a little bit, just to let you know. You can listen to my other videos to learn about how to become a real estate investor in a very successful way. So with that said, let's get back to this article. With a recession looming and household expenses high, many people cannot afford to buy a home in an expensive area, or they want to save money in case of emergency. which makes relocating somewhere more affordable and attractive option, said Redfin economist research lead Chen Zhao. So anyway, that's what he says. And the among the top migration areas, no surprise to me because I've heard it before already. Sacramento, Miami, Las Vegas are most popular spots for out-of-town home buyers. Sacramento was the most popular destination for Redfin.com users looking to relocate, followed by, like I said, Miami, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Tampa. So if you notice, California and Nevada and Florida is among the top three. So sunny. Okay, the big takeaway is sunny and relatively affordable areas. People want sunshine. People want warm weather climates, all 4 seasons. Most of them, not all, right? So yeah, and let me see what else. People moving to Sacramento, especially from the Bay Area, San Francisco, where I live for the past almost 4 decades. While Sacramento's median price is around $560K, but it's a lot less than the $1.5 to $2 million average price of a home in the San Francisco Bay Area, depending on where you live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, and then on the other part of the country, the upper Northeast, when you talk about New York and the Northeast area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, where the average price is at least 680, probably a lot more depending on the neighborhood and the locality. The most common origin is people moving from the Northeast to Miami, where the median price is only 475K. It's a lot more than that. And then, of course, in addition to that, people also moving to Southwest Florida, mainly the Gulf Coast of Southwest Florida, Cape Coral, and the surrounding areas, where most people in the Midwest area, like Chicago, are going to the Florida area, the Southwest on the Gulf Coast, West coast of Florida, and Tampa, Cape Coral area. So up and down the Gulf Coast of Florida. All right, see, let me see what else going on. The top 10 metro where the home buyers are moving into by net inflow. And here it is. People, the top origin, of course, as I stated earlier, is San Francisco, and most people move to Sacramento. Then people from New York, people from New York, people are moving to Miami, South Florida, and the Atlantic coast, not just Miami. And people from Los Angeles are moving with a median price is quite high, 800, 900K. They are moving a couple of hours away to the east into the desert, Las Vegas area. And also people from Los Angeles moving to San Diego. San Diego is not that much cheaper than Los Angeles. San Diego is equally expensive as Los Angeles, depending on the neighborhood, obviously. And furthermore, continue New York, Northeast area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Yeah, that would be the metro, the region. People moving into Tampa, also not just Cape Coral. So yeah, Tampa and Cape Coral is the western region of Florida, which is a Gulf Coast region, is exploding in growth. It's amazing. So any Los Angeles to Phoenix, which is quite close as well, is only like 3.5 hour drive by car. People from Midwest, Chicago metro area, the region is going to like a Gulf Coast, Florida, and also from New York, also to Sarasota, Northport, which is like 1 hour, 1.5 hours north of Cape Coral. Again, Gulf Coast. You see, Cape Coral, Northport which is 1 hour north in Sarasota, an hour and a half. Then Tampa is right above that. So the entire Gulf Coast from Tampa all the way down to Cape Coral is really exploding in growth. And also people from Los Angeles, surprisingly, Southern California, that is, they are moving to Texas, Dallas, and you could pretty much add Austin, Texas into the mix, maybe even Houston and San Antonio for that matter. Okay, some people from Boston moving to higher up, even colder weather area into Portland, Maine. That is surprising. I would not do it. So the big picture is, again, the migration has happened even before the pandemic. Okay, at least I've been tracking because I have been, like I said, I've been taking our investors from mostly from California into Texas and Florida and other southeastern states. That is the most affordable areas. A lot of these areas in the south, they have no state income tax. They are warm weather in the homes, even though in some of those areas, like in South Florida and Southwest Florida, and in Texas, Central Texas, especially Austin, have exploded in prices. But I still feel those prices are still very affordable, even based on what's based on the prices in other areas of the country. So continual migration because of job growth and population growth and good living conditions, good amenities, and a quality lifestyle in the South and Southeast, still very affordable. And of course, many types of real estate investors are also targeting pulling the trigger in, especially in Florida and Texas, all the suburbs, not the high price areas like Miami or Dallas or Texas in a way. So if you're a real estate investor, concentrate on the entry level homes, no higher than $400,000. As long as you can rent, have a good rental market, if you can rent for $2,500 on $400 property, that'd be great. But then a lot cheaper homes, entry level homes for investors to buy, where the rent can cover your debt service, so you can get cash flow at 25% down, even with a higher interest rate. Investor interest rate is probably 0.5% higher than the owner occupied mortgage rate. So if the mortgage rate right now is 7%, investor mortgage rate will be at least 7.5%. But again, if you target the right areas of the South and Southeast, if you whereby the homes are very, very affordable, if the rent is high enough to cover your debt service based on 25% down payment and 7.5% mortgage interest rate for investors, you can still cash flow just a little. Because that's the future of migration. That's the future of job growth and population growth for many, many years to come. So that's what we've been doing for our investors for many, many years now. So anyway, that's all I have to say. And thank you for listening. And if you see value in this presentation, please smash the like button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. And finally, you can also submit your email to our newsletter on my website below, so you can receive weekly free real estate investment information, so you can potentially become a very good real estate investor, mom and pop types, regardless of where you live. Does not matter where you live in the country, you can achieve success. If you go through the education process and what have you, then ultimately you can not only become a home buyer, you can become a successful mom and pop turnkey cash flow risk investors to buy in the best low cost, high cash flow markets in the country. All right, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next video. Have a nice day. This is Cecil Yi. Bye bye.